Good morning to all of you. We are going to now discuss about inverse Z transform. We already discussed about the property of Z transform and different type of numericals we have taken in last PPTs about Z transform. Now we will discuss about inverse Z transform. Generally, Z transforms are used to convert any discrete time domain signal into frequency domain signal. So we can use the given formula to find out the input signal action, but mathematical operations for the inverse Z transform use circular integration instead of summations. This is due to the continuous value of Z. So this formula is very difficult to apply in finding the Z transform in any given signals. So different type of pairs we can use to find out the Z transform of any signals. I will discuss here uh, some basic formulas generally used to find out the inverse Z transform of any signals. If the input signals in time domain is del n, it is a delta signal, then Z transform of that signal will be 1 and all Z will be ROC for that signal. If the input signal is un, unit step signal, then Z transform for that signal will be 1 upon 1 minus Z inverse, and ROC for that signal will be a mod of Z is greater than 1. Means ROC will be lie outside of the unit circle. If the input signal is minus u minus n minus 1, then Z transform for that signal will be 1 upon 1 minus Z inverse, and ROC for that signal will be inside the unit circle, means mod of Z will be less than 1. If the input signal is del n minus m, it means if the input signal is delayed by m, then Z transform for their signals will be Z to the power minus n, or Z will not equal to 0 if m is greater than 0, and Z will not be equal to infinity if m is less than 0. If the input signal is a to the power n un, then Z transform for that signal will be 1 upon 1 minus a Z inverse, and Z will be greater than a. If the input signal is minus a and u minus n minus 1, then Z transform for that signal will be 1 upon 1 minus a Z inverse, and ROC will be mod of Z will be less than a. Next, we can also discuss, we can take the time domain signal 7 number n an un, then Z transform for that signal will be a Z inverse 1 upon 1 minus a Z inverse to the power whole square, and mod of Z will be greater than a. If input signal is minus n a n u minus n 1, then Z transform for that signal will be a Z inverse upon 1 minus a Z inverse whole square, and Z will be less than a. And again we can take different type of signals they are given, uh, we can use to find out the Z inverse transform of the given signal. So now we will take the example and we learn about the Z inverse transform here. For example, a Z transform signal Hz is given, which value is 3 upon 1 plus 3 by 4 Z inverse, and ROC for that signal is given, mod of Z is greater than 3 by 4. It means ROC will be outside the circle which radius is 3 by 4. So this system is causal system, and from the table we discussed already, using the pair number 5, we know if the given signal is in the form a to the power n un, then we can take the Z transform 1 upon 1 minus a Z inverse, and ROC for that signal will be mod of Z is greater than a. So using this formula we can apply for the given input signal as Z, then we apply the formula, then Z inverse transform for the given signal Hz will be Hn equals to 3 minus 3 by 4 to the power n un. So this is the input signals Hn, and it is got by applying the Z inverse transform to the given signal. We can take other example uh, which is given Hz equals to 3 upon 1 plus 3 by 4 Z inverse, and ROC for this signal is mod of Z is less than 3 by 4. Here we can see that ROC is less than 3 by 4. Mod of Z is less than 3 by 4. It means the system is causal system, and for causal system ROC will be inside the unit circle. It means ROC will be inside the radius 3 by 4. So using the pair number 16 from the table, we can use here, which it means minus a to the power n u minus n minus 1. If the signal in this form, then Z transform for this signal will be in the form 1 upon 1 minus a Z inverse, and ROC for the given signal will be mod of Z less than 1. So after taking a Z inverse transform and by using this formula, we uh, we will get Hn equals to minus 3 minus 3 by 4 and u minus n minus 1. So we have get last in the last Hn, which is input signal after taking Z inverse transform. So applying this table and using this table, we can find out Z inverse transform for different type of given signals. Or we can use this table to find out the final answer of the given signal. So this table is very important, and these two numerical are very important in solving the problem related to Z inverse transform. Okay, thank you.